That mod is quite interesting. I wonder what would happen if I used it with my Verglas. Let's quickly see if I can get quick damage cap. It's a little bit covered, but judging by the numbers, that definitely looks like damage cap. I just don't understand why. Why Verglas being so OP, it has to get even more and more damage. No buffs, I'm just gonna spice up his hit damage. After I saw that burning hate augment for hate, I thought to myself that
It's time!
time to show you the ultimate build for Verglas. And this is as overkill as it fucking gets. Just look at the first step we're gonna do. And just quickly before we go further into the video, and as you guys see, 90% of you are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying my work, please leave that subscribe for me. Thank you in advance, and let's continue with the video. So without any buffs on my frame, 20 exogog stats to 15 on steel pad, and we're throwing the first addition, which is Scourge Prime. Now our guy headshots, freezes everything instantly for that juicy crit. And let's see this one more time. No buffs, nothing. I just Scourge Prime for the headshots. And now just to compare how important those headshots are, I'm not gonna use the Scourge Prime. It takes its own time to kill that one guy, by the way. No buffs, no nothing, just the tankiest unit. But now let me reset it real quick and let me use Scourge Prime as Verglas is shooting. Big difference. And now let's see how it looks like when we stack our galvanized and do the headshots. And that is already without roar, without the status vulnerability to hit from Dante's buff, and without the status damage increase from his buff. Because remember, we're using Dante for a reason, mainly keeping the sentinel alive, so the Verglas can shoot always, and because Dante has access to his page flight buff, which without any buffs, which like Madurai, because that's a buff, so your current ability strength matters, so like Voidling strength, Molt augmented, and all other stuff like this, of course, when you buff it, it's gonna be like 300% once you're done stacking, and just look like 175 without anything like that. That is great. That's a 175% more chance to be debuffed, plus 175 damage increase. It's insane. And for the second step, we're gonna make sure we have our Scourge and our Noctua and our Hate, all with the blast damage. Make sure that the Scourge also has Vigilante sets. Noctua for the ability strength. Augur is like not needed really here. Anything other than the alternate fire increases ability strength by 4. This is the only important thing. And the Loch Canticle for the fire rate. Now we go to the Noctua on Dante, the actual Noctua, not the renamed Grimoire. And we will make build exactly like this one. Because whenever we use any other weapon with blast, the blast procs, just like Saren's Toxic Rush, they will keep reproccing the buff that gives you the Noctua flying around you on Dante. So that thing will keep on priming some extra effects for our gun CO. And for the hate build, pretty simple. We just focus fully on getting melee influence so we can damage with it enemies affected by the heat. So that's pretty simple. We sadly cannot have the influence and heat together. And before I go into the Verglas build, remember, you have to build around your Riven. And with that cleared out, my Riven has multi-shot, crit chance, hit, and no negative sadly, but I got it in 3 rolls and I'm 100% happy with it beyond imagination. So we have to put 2 mods here to not have the standalone cold that Verglas has innate to fuse with your heat. And it's simple. You have these 2, some crit damage, rifle elementalist of course, galvanized mods. We stack them with our main weapon because sadly Verglas cannot do it on its own. And that's pretty much as simple build as it gets. Typical viral crit build. We get some extra fire damage, I mean heat damage, from Fired Up. And we have like duplex bond, so the clones go away and kill on their own. They will not proc our contagious bond or anything like this, but they will still pack a punch since, yeah, they get all the Verglas benefits, just nothing else. Momentous bond for some extra pump if we kill Eximuses. Pretty broken when you kill some like few Eximuses in a row. like those buffs have like separate timers, but you can have like all of the elements at the same time. Reinforce the bond. I mean, I always use it because why not if I have 2k shields. And Tenacious bond, of course. We're not using Manifold bond because we're not using any Percept mod. And for Dante build, I still play full buff for Verglas, so I don't need any range. I just use the Tragedy Verse to show off the damage cap, but that's not really needed. What is needed to keep the Sentinel alive, so he can do all the job with shooting for you, and nothing else really matters. But it will do just as fine if you still wanna do some Dante stuff, and you just swap around to some range build. Once you put all of that to work, this is how it's gonna look like. Oh, I forgot for headshots. Gotta redo it. It should be the headshots there still. I'm just gonna make sure. But look what happens with our book to the right of us when we get the blast procs. And now, once you have it all set up, you just go in and touch with hate. Other than putting the headshots, Scorch doesn't really offer much. Killing enemies with it is pretty tough. Probably the best thing about it is the fact that you can just put it here and it stays on the ground for some time. So you can spawn them, and when you see like the light up, they will already be like getting headshots. And there's one more thing, because according to Warframe's wiki, our unique trait on the Scorch, 14 meters, this gets affected by primed firestorm, so we get a juicy 20-meter wide circle of that bullet attractor for headshots. So the damage is pretty wild if you put it all together, but thing is, this is an overkill to overkill. I didn't really want to release any more videos for Verglas, but when I saw this augment for hate, I just had to, like, that's just the ultimate damage for it. The 120 status vulnerability is just crazy. So I think it's time to see this one in action. I will just pick a random incursion to show you that one. Okay, let's start off with just getting the Noctua buffs for a good, solid start. Now we buffing up. Putting some overguard. The best thing about hate also with that augment is the fact the incarnate form is ranged. It's gonna be so hard to even like get those kills with Verglas as per usual. Especially that Scourge is way weaker than Fedmore. Especially if you sacrifice mod slots for a Vigilante. But okay, I got 5 quite fast, never mind. I can use my Noctua again for fun, because soon I have to rebuff. And I will get some extra fire rate. And we can just bring some hate. Compared to Harmony, a bit more engaging, but remember you can just not like do any of that and it's gonna be completely fine. I will switch full to hate for the double combo points. And it's ranged now. So hard to get Noctua buff up. With Verglas just killing everything for you. And rebuffing again. Let's see what we have at the moment on our page flight. 323. I was quite correct on the 300 plus. We're refreshing some galvanized, swinging some hate. It's all up to what you wanna do, what you prefer, what mission you want. If you camp in, if you move in. Scorch is not the best if you're moving all the time like survival, but you can camp in one spot in survival to be fair, so all up to what you wanna do. But let's get some headshots here. If you see this blast sounds, it's like our Noctua going crazy with the animation. Let's try to get a damage cap maybe. Putting it all together is so hard when your enemy is just dying, like Maybe one day we get steel pad level 2 and you're gonna be able to like make use of that build. Because for now, I don't see like a way to get use of it. It's just an overkill to an overkill on top of another overkill. No way I can get a... I need to get my Noctua. More important. Pirate everything in one. Anyway, like mainly getting the hate touch is probably the best because it's AoE. I need like a pack of enemies. If I could somehow like freeze some. I mean, there's no way I will ever be able to get the tragedy verse on. No way. Not without range. No way. Everything just dies instantly before I even touch them with hate or use the scourge. So just imagine, if you think if this is viable to kill steel pad like this on level cap. Like I literally struggle to get that shit. Like I don't even bother to full buff because for now till like 9k level, it's a big whatever. Look, you have so like the amount of power you have in store is so crazy. And the fact, like, even if we exclude Scourge, if you prefer Fenmore just to stack it, or forgetting about that fact, I don't even have the Galvanized refreshed, by the way. This is how broken it is. Oh, maybe you can test it on the... Oh my god. Well, to test it on Acolyte, I even need higher level. This stuff is so impossible to show you off unless I go to level cap. Maybe I just take my Dante and Verglas to level cap, honestly, on the stream, so everyone like can rewatch the live stream afterwards and enjoy it live for those who tune in. Could be a good idea. But yeah, there's nothing more for me to show you than me struggle to just contain everything at the same time because there's just no enemies when I have everything ready. There's no enemies to use hate on, to use scorch. Like, the amount of baseline power you have for this, it insta-kills everything I wanna stack on before I even come close. Like, you do see this, even no galvanized. This is so broken. Like, using it with blast is really good even when you wanna like have the orange tau shards for shield regen, but bro, this has so much power in store left that it's not even funny. Like, I don't even have godlike Riven. Imagine if you have godlike Riven. Crit damage, crit chance, multi-shot, or hit perhaps even in one of these with a mild negative. You literally can rock the world with that Verglas. Like, Dante gives the most broken buff because you get more hit, you get damage to that hit, and then you have roar on him. Plus, it's so free to keep him alive with that overguard. I mean, I'm just shilling with 95k overguard, bro. Like, Dante is a menace, and Verglas is an overkill on top overkill. But that's all from me for now, so hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, see you on the next one.